Welcome to the GRADD Dialogue. My name is Jiten Shah, I'm the director of the GRADD office. And this month we're going to talk about our sister region relation that is between GRADD region and the Olomoucký Kraj region in Czech Republic. You know that there has been some discussion in the community about the art exchange project, where we have some artists and art from our sister city in Olomouc and also the sister region in the Czech Republic, and which has been shown or in display right now at the Fine Arts Museum in Owensboro. But with that, we also have 3 guests who came with it, but the goal project, and we'll explain in a minute what is the goal and why we are doing this. So again, I want to welcome everybody, kind of talk to, learn about the GRADD sister region with the region in the Czech Republic. So my guest today is Dana Jurková. Dana,
yes.
Welcome. I met Dana last year when I made a visit to Czech Republic with some economic development folks. And Dana, there was a great visit working with 10 different countries, and and then their professionals to see kind of how, even though we are world apart, can learn from each other. That hopefully
sure.
Have a better quality of life. But let me talk about Dana first. She has studied international relations and diplomacy and majored in political science. She has experience in project management, public relations, and public administration, and has worked in Olomoucký Kraj region as a contact person, or we call them press person, or community relations, for the Serbian region of Vojvodina.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I could do that, from Serbia. She's in charge of the regional website, social networks of Olomouc region, and the press material, press release and everything else to make the region look good. Just one of my staff, Woody Maglinger, does for our region. So Dana, again, welcome. And I know that you have brought in 2 guests that we will be discussing their experience in GRADD and in Owensboro and some other programs that we have visited in the second segment. So welcome you, and just kind of for the audience who may not know what is sister region and what is goal, can you comment on those and why you are here?
Sure. Thank you very much for your invitation. If we talk about sister region or sister city, we talk about first the city of Olomouc that started cooperation with the city of Owensboro sometimes in 90s, and over the time the regions, GRADD and also Olomoucký Kraj region, they decided to continue also this cooperation and sign a contract of mutual partnership in 2007. So these cities and regions, they are cooperating together to exchange experience, to share new things, and we are cooperating in different areas, like the social area, economic development. It might be even cultural, as you mentioned, the artists, education. So there's all these life areas where we're like cooperating together. Even though the distance is too big, we're still able to meet and talk about like what we are doing, what you're doing here, and we are doing there back in the country. And there's still something we can learn from each other. So it's very beneficial cooperation, and I hope we'll be even deepening the relationships in the future.
Dana, I can see how you were selected to be the press contact, and be the spokesperson for your president and the governor. I know you are excellent as far as understanding the whole relation. You mentioned about since 2007, I was fortunate enough to be at that signing ceremony of between Olomoucký Kraj and GRADD region with our elected officials and with your elected officials. Now, since then, there were some other visits, and then we ended up something called GOAL. So what is, actually the GOAL was your idea to call it a GOAL. So tell us what it is.
It's actually, it stands for GRADD-Olomoucký Area Link. And this project is new, and I'm really grateful that we have this project going on. It's about, again, as I mentioned, mutual cooperation in different areas, and we signed the, the document for this project last year, and this year we've been, working in tightly, working together in the social area. So the goal project is this year about, exchanging experience with like social workers. We have, as you mentioned, 3 volunteers that were selected and awarded a goal award. So these 3 people, they're, unfortunately one of them couldn't really, come to United States, but they were given the chance to experience how social system works here in GRADD. And in the upcoming years, there'll be also 3 volunteers from United States, from GRADD, coming to our country to see how it works there. So this is about the goal project, and hopefully we'll be, working more intensively on other areas too.
And I think I agree with that, Dana, because I think the reason our leadership decided to to tie this under the goal acronym was when we took elected officials, even senator, and even my chairman and myself and our staff to visit some of the social service issues in Czech Republic.
Yes.
Even though you have independence over 23 some years,
exactly.
But you're already working towards helping out some of the distressed citizens or the distressed families and all those things. And it was so easy to connect. We are not asking about financial exchange or creating jobs and having a trust issue, but this is helping the people with the needs. So I think we are so proud. But I think that was the purpose, I believe, was for the Czech Republic to select 3 best volunteers based on the system that you use and come down here. So is that the reason that these 3 were selected? He said.
The way we selected the volunteers was, in our case, a little bit easier because we have a special award for volunteers in our country or in our region particularly, and so every year we select 8 best volunteers in many areas. It might be economic development, culture, education, and many others. And out of these 8, the board that we set up, that was consisted of the vice governor and other experts, they selected 3 out of these 8 that received the gold award. So this was the way.
Could you introduce as far as who they are and their background or their volunteer work?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. The lady that couldn't really come to the United States because her dad passed away a week before that. Yeah. She was really excited about the visit, but couldn't really, make it. She, as a volunteering firefighter, she's helping even children to become volunteers in firefighting. They're teaching them how to do it, and so she's a very active woman that would really love to see your fire departments. And but as I said, she couldn't make it. We have Jana here that is traveling with us to GRADD. She founded a Malinoe Foundation, and this organization is actually working with foster families, and they're organizing many events throughout the year for children in foster care. So they're, to give you some example, they're celebrating Christmas together. They're even celebrating Halloween, something that was imported from your country. So she's helping in many ways, And there's this gentleman, Drahomír, who is a psychologist, and in his normal life he works as a psychologist in intervention center. So he's helping families that have some problems with their kids, usually behavioral or vice versa. And in his free time as a volunteer, and he's been doing that for 20 years, he's working for a civic association that helps victims of domestic violence. So these people are just great. They're doing a great job back home, and I'm looking forward to meet your volunteers from your region to see like what you have here, because in States volunteering is much more spread. The idea is very vivid everywhere. So,
but there's always a place to learn from each other, because I think the reason we use volunteer, because social services, and especially social services, resources are limited. The needs are, increasing every day, and sometimes, volunteers, fill that important gap, and and so you cannot pay a price on the experience, working one-on-one. So we would be delighted. Hopefully, we will select 3 volunteers next year, and then they'll be visiting Czech Republic or Olomouc region in 2014.
We're looking forward.
Yeah. So let's. I know those who are listening to the show, I said, who is this, Jana, and who is this Drahomír, Ševčik? But they will get a chance to see them in the next segment of the GRADD Dialogue. So we'll be keeping that open. Just kind of give the audience an idea as to what you are planning to see, or what you have seen up to this point in time in the GRADD region.
We've seen many facilities during this week. There were some focused on handicapped people, some helping foster families. We also saw the firefighting departments within the region. But on the other hand, we also had the chance to see some of your cultural and touristic sites. As you know, we really like the Audubon Museum.
The arts and the
arts. Actually, also for the reason that when we entered the museum, there were events going on out there. They had programs for handicapped children there. They were singing. There was a special storyteller there that was explaining stories to kids with handicaps. So not only we've seen the museum itself, but also that the museum was not like a
just a building.
Static building that people just go in and out, but it was full of children that were playing there, and many volunteers that we've seen on the way. So for us, it was just great experience that we are gonna share with our folks back home.
That's great, and personally, I admire the way you have been handling this translation between the Czech people, and also you were telling us what's going on. It is not that easy, and everybody who has told me that they saw you doing that, oh gosh, she's doing so quick, So again, thank you, and I think it goes that it is not your job. You have a heart into that too. So
thank you.
We want to thank you, and also our guest from the Czech Republic and Olomoucký Kraj region. And hopefully, we'll discuss all the other issues, other visits also at the next segment. But I want to thank you personally for being on the GRADD Dialogue. And hopefully, I can't wait to take our delegation to visit and learn from your country as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We've been talking to Dana Jurková. She's an interpreter as well as a staff person in our sister region in Olomoucký Kraj, and she's leading the delegation from Czech Republic, who are the volunteer award winners who will be spending time in GRADD for a week, visiting facilities as well as social services, learning about volunteers, and also how do we take care of the people like they do in their own countries. If you have any questions or need more information, you can always contact me at the GRADD office, 926-4433. Thank you very much.
The Associates of Arts and Associates of Science degrees are a great way that you can begin your education at OCTC and then transfer to any public university in the state to earn a bachelor's degree. The Kentucky General Education Transfer Policy guarantees that if you complete an AA or AS degree at a KCTCS college, any Kentucky public university will accept your Gen Ed credits as meeting lower division general education requirements. The Gen Ed requirements covered in this policy may not meet requirements for specific majors. Check with the faculty and staff at the college or university you choose to attend for more complete information. With advanced planning, you can complete the first 2 years of college without committing to a particular 4-year university and save time and money. Contact our Transfer Center or visit the Kentucky Transfer Planning website for more information.
Hello and welcome back to the GRADD Dialogue. We have been discussing the Sister Region Goal Project with our guests from Czech Republic. Again, as I said earlier, we have 3 guests from Olomoucký Kraj, which is the GRADD Sister Region. And those are Mr. Drahomír Ševčik, welcome again. Also Jana Vlčková, I hope I'm doing it right. And always nice to see Dana Jurková. Yeah. Okay, welcome back.
Welcome.
We have been discussing in the earlier segments about how the volunteers were selected to participate into the Gold Project, and now their award is to spend a week in the GRADD and also in Kentucky. So in the last week or so, you have been visiting different facilities and similar facilities. So we're going to kind of talk about, the experience that you have with that. I know Miss Jana Vickova has been very much involved with the foster care and also had a foundation formed by the foster care services. And Mr. Drahomír Ševčik is a psychologist and has experience in domestic violence, along with some counseling for the adult and children. And Dana, you are kind of keeping us informed as an interpreter as well as international and marketing staff for the Kraj region. So let's just start, with the week in Owensboro and the GRADD region. Can you tell us which project that that you visited made an impression, and kind of maybe see how it relate to the challenge and issues that we have in our region to the challenges in Czech Republic.
Strávili jste v Owensboro a v GRADDu jeden týden, viděli jste několik zařízení. Jiten se ptá, které zařízení vás nějakým způsobem zaujalo, jaké s ním máte zkušenosti, jestli byste o tom mohli popovídat. Takže prosím Janu.
Takže, jak už bylo zmíněno, já bych napřed teda chtěla poděkovat, že jsem mohla tady strávit nějaký čas společně.
Můžu zastavit? So at the beginning she would like to thank you that she could, have this experience to spend some time here and see the facilities.
A jak bylo zmíněno, tak nejvíce blízké mi bylo zařízení Sunrise, kde jsme se seznámili s panem ředitelem Kenny Williamsem.
As you mentioned before, I was really excited about Sunrise Children's Service Facility.
The foster care services.
The foster care services, especially meeting with the director. It was a great experience for me.
I know as a part of that visit, we were fortunate to visit the foster care home, and we're experiencing the children's being raised by the foster parents. What are your impressions and what did you?
Měli jsme možnost navštívit rodinu přímo pěstounské péče a viděli jsme děti, jak se o ně starají. Jakou jsi měla v podstatě jakoby z toho zkušenost, nebo jak se ti to líbilo?
No, velmi to na mě zapůsobilo pozitivně, protože jsem sama pěstounka a viděla jsem, že opravdu tyto děti měly velké štěstí, že se dostali do láskyplné rodiny. Já jsem ráda, že to tady takhle funguje.
Definitely it was a positive experience for me because I'm also a foster parent. So for me to see the way the American foster families live, the kids, the children, they are really grateful to have such a great parents and that they're living in a environment, filled with love. So I was really happy to see these.
Well, we are delighted that we could do that too, because it's like every time we have guests and a visit, we take them to different facilities. It also gives us an opportunity to see what's going on in our own community. So we want to thank you for that too.
Chci ti taky poděkovat, protože i pro ně je to samozřejmě potěšení někoho přivést delegaci, ukázat jim, jak to u nás funguje, a pro nás je to taky zpětná vazba, že se učíme.
Now, what about you, Drahomír? What is something that comes to your mind that you would like to relate to, your experience in back home in Olomouc?
Co se týče tvé zkušenosti, Drahomíre, co bys nám mohl říct o tom, co jsi tady viděl, jestli jsi to mohl nějakým způsobem srovnat s tím, jak to funguje u nás v České republice?
Tak já na úvod taky děkuji za pozvání v prvé řadě a za velmi zajímavý program a spoustu zážitků.
So I would like to firstly thank you for the invitation and for the whole program, which was, for me very interesting, and I had a lot of, it was a great experience for me to be here.
A z toho odborného programu mě samozřejmě nejvíc zaujala návštěva Centra pro týrané ženy.
Professionally, I was really interested and I really liked the program that prepared for us in Oasis Women's Shelter.
Kde jsem získal spoustu zajímavých zkušeností, co se týče péče o týrané ženy a lidi, kteří přišli do kontaktu s domácím násilím.
I acquired many interesting, interesting information and especially experience about how this facility takes care of abused women and children.
Všiml jsem si, že máme hodně věcí podobných, jak teda co se týče přístupu k ohroženým osobám domácím násilím, jak v Americe, tak v České republice.
I noticed that there are some similarities in the attitude and also concerning the attitude towards abused people, children and women.
Ale samozřejmě také spoustu rozdílů, které podle mého názoru pramení z odlišností kulturních a taky legislativních obou zemí.
And also there were some, of course, differences that probably have roots in the tradition and the background, and also the law system that you have here and back in our country.
But the mission of taking care of abused women and children is the same.
A ta mise, ten cíl samozřejmě o to starat se o tyto ženy a děti, ten je stejný, předpokládám.
Určitě.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Again, I think, as I said earlier, it was a great opportunity for us to also, visit those facilities. Dana, I know you brought them here as the award for a great volunteer in their own region and in their own profession. And here they've been involved in visiting all the facilities in all 7 counties. Are they having fun?
Yeah, sure. We're all having fun, and it's been a great week with you guys because you did a great job preparing the whole program, and we were taken from places to places, and when we come back home we really need to sit down and think about all the facilities and all the interesting programs that we went through.
Jana, with your interest in children, and you have been to America in the past for the different purpose, what do you get out of it as far as some of the tradition and cultures, anything that comes to your mind that you would like to make comment?
Jani, ty se určitě zajímáš o děti, už i jakoby z toho profesního hlediska. Už několikrát si v Americe byla předtím. A co by si z této zkušenosti odnesla, ať už se týče kulturně, společensky nebo sociálně?
No, já bych si ráda uchovala takový ten úsměv na tváři a moc obdivuju tu spolupráci mezi jednotlivými zařízeními v tom neziskovém sektoru, že to není o rivalitě, ale je to o spolupráci a vzájemné podpoře.
I would really love to keep that, positive thinking, attitude, smile that you Americans have. But I really have to say that I admire especially the cooperation among those facilities that you have here, that it's not about competition, but really about support and cooperation. So that's really what I'll be taking back home.
We are glad that that somebody from outside could notice that. But let me kind of mention for the audience listening to or watching the shows that in addition to the Sunrise facility and the Oasis, we have taken this our guest to for the fun time, Mammoth Cave, Corvette Museum, kind of get ready for the work and everything else. along with that, Audubon
Yeah.
Museum in Henderson, was a great treat. Some of the facilities that you have visited with the horse therapy, using the equine
Yes.
therapy at the Dream Riders, and also in Henderson, the Hughes Center Center, which is the handicap,
Yes.
facility. So I mean, is that very similar to some of the facilities you have in Olomoucký Kraj as well?
Me personally, I have to say that we do have some facilities that provide similar services. As you mentioned, the equestrian therapy, we do have also that back home. But we were quite amazed to see, as you mentioned, the Hughes Center, the facility that gives work to handicapped people, because that is something that is not really developed in our country. We do have some places where handicapped people are giving job, but not in this scale, So we were really, surprised, and that's something that we're gonna definitely talk about back home, because having such a big facility with handicapped people, working for private companies or even other organizations, that was something that was unbelievable. Really.
And I would be remiss not to mention that we were delighted to have you guys as our guest at the 44th GRADD annual banquet. Yeah. Any comments about that?
Byli jsme velice potěšení, že jsme vás mohli mít jako hosty na výroční večeři GRADDu. Chtěli byste k tomu něco říct, jak se vám to líbilo? Byli jste součástí, takže...
No, co se týká mé osoby, tak pro mě to byla první příležitost zúčastnit se takovéhle jakoby velké večeře. Určitě to bylo inspirativní v mnoha ohledech pro mou práci a pro mě osobně.
For Jane, it was actually the first real, experience, opportunity to be at such a big event, this dinner. So for her, it was very inspirational, and she'll be, using some of those aspects of the dinner program and in her work back home.
Excellent. Yeah, we're proud that you could do that.
Jsme velice rádi, že to takhle vnímáš. A pro tebe, Drahomíre?
Mně se líbilo na této akci, nebo mohl jsem pozorovat takový ten ryze americký přístup, jak je pro vás důležité setkat se, dát si společné jídlo, prohovořit o vážných tématech i méně vážných tématech, a to se mi na tom hodně líbí. A zase se potom v klidu rozejít domů. Byla to velká akce, ale zároveň taková hodně lidská. Bylo vidět, že jsou si lidi hodně na blízku.
I especially like the American way, of gathering together. That for you it is really important to meet with each other, to discuss serious issues over the dinner, and also fun stuff. So for me, I saw it was a very big event, but it was still human. And I really like the atmosphere there, so thank you for that.
That is a beautiful way to put it together. Draho was absolutely great. Again, I would be remiss not to mention that we were delighted to show off our riverfront.
Yes.
This has just opened recently. Along with that, having participating in the Patriot Day at the park. So again, even though we wanted to give you the flavor of social services, we do, but along with that, the culture, because everything is connected by human, and we wanted to also show that in spite of what they have seen or heard about America, we are still the same. We have the same challenges, and at the same time, we also celebrate the same successes and connecting each other. We want to thank you for being on the GRADD Dialogue. We wish you the best of luck at your journey, and Mr. Drahoš, I hope your cold gets better. I know you're not used to the allergy that we have in the Ohio Valley here, so hopefully you have a safe trip back. And Dana, okay, it's nice to see you again. And
thank you so
great
much
job,
for
and thank you
giving us the chance to be here.
Oh, thank you. And again, want to thank you for watching GRADD Dialogue. We've been discussing their experience between the GRADD and Olomoucký Kraj. We have the guests from Czech Republic, who are the winners of the volunteer award winners from our gold project, and been spending a week in Owensboro and the GRADD region learning about this sort of services and also enjoying some of the culture and the events that we have in our region. Again, thank you. And if you have any questions or comments, you can always call me at the GRADD office, 926-4433. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.